Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Let's start with IELTS speaking part 2. Once part 1 is over, examiner will give you a topic along with pencil or pen and a paper, and you will be given 1 minute time to read the topic and write down some notes. And there'll be pin drop silence for 1 minute, and after 1 minute you will have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. This is called IELTS speaking part 2. The purpose of part 2 is to check your fluency, to see whether you can speak English for a couple of minutes or not. And in part 2 you will have to speak for minimum 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes. But usually examiners stop you anytime after 1 minute. When examiners think that that's enough and they have evaluated or they have seen what they want to see, then they stop you after a minute anytime. But actually you should not stop. Don't stop in speaking part 2 unless you are interrupted by the examiner, because you don't have watch, you don't have timer, so you don't know whether 1 minute time is over or not. So allow the examiner to stop you. Now, whenever you read the topic, there are few things. You will be given paper and pen, and you will have the topic. So sometimes it becomes difficult to decide what to speak on, what to think about, and how to select the topic and all that. By the way, topic is going to be always a description. For example, describe a dash, whatever, describe. Or they can use the word talk about or describe. Both ways it's fine. Now I have this topic, and we are going to evaluate this topic. The first thing is, when you look at the topic, you must identify immediately the tense of the topic: present, past, future, or mixed tenses. Either it's going to be past, present, future, or there can be some mixed tenses. So the first thing you need to identify, that is the tense. Second, you need to decide immediately whatever you're going to talk about. For example, I have a topic here: describe a website you have bought something from. So I need to decide immediately which tense is it. Describe a website you have bought something from. Which tense? Past tense, because of bought. That is second form of the verb. Okay. Now, which website is it? Alibaba.com, Daraz.pk, Amazon, or any other local website. So you need to decide and write that website immediately, and then read on. Don't do this fatal mistake that first you read all the topic and then you start thinking, okay, and then you're not decisive. Once you look here and say this topic, no. This website, no. That website, no. This one, no. Just, you're having a fight within your brain and all that. You need to be decisive. Immediately you need to write the web address or whatever the website is. Then they say what the website is. Now, is, which tense is it? What the website is. So you will describe the website in at least 8 to 10 sentences. And when you describe the website, you are going to use present tense, right? Next they have what you bought from this website. Which tense is it? What you bought, past. So now you will talk about, it's just like online shopping. Whatever you bought from the website, what was it? Then you will describe that product or whatever. So you're going to go on with that. Next, how satisfied you were with that, with what you bought. How satisfied you were. Which tense? Again, initially I was shocked when I opened the packing, because this product was not as I expected or as I had expected. But when I started using it, I realized it wasn't bad. It was actually something like that, okay? So try to exaggerate a little, try to add detail with each point, because you have to speak English for 1 minute. When it comes to speaking English, 1 minute is a long time. And when you speak your local language, 1 hour is, yeah, okay. So you have to be careful about it. Is it raining outside? Okay, good. So, how satisfied you were with what you bought, and explain why you liked and disliked about, what you liked and disliked about using this website. This is the last thing. And usually at the end they use this thing and explain how you felt, how you liked. This is the conclusion of your cue card. Now, what do you have to do? You have to make an outline. And how to make an outline? The first point is describe a website you have bought something from. Write down the name of the website. Whatever the name is, you can write down the name. Okay, you will do it with your cue card. Next point is what the website is. Now you're going to explain a little what the website is. Okay, so after that, and you will write an outline. This website is about this, and all that. Next, what you bought from the website. Now you will write the name of the item you purchased and a little detail about it. Okay. Next, how satisfied you were. Now again, you can write. And by the way, writing the points is not compulsory. But for you guys, it's a good idea. Because you know, when you were at your school, college, university, remember some questions we write with headings. And if anyone tells us the headings, we can write all. Okay, so write your headings in such a way that you look at the heading, it gives you ideas to elaborate your point. So in 1 minute, you can note down the points here and try to use bold writing. Bold writing, and try to write big. Because, I mean, paper is going to be there, so you can easily see what is written. Second thing, at the time of speaking, when examiner, now what examiner is going to say? Examiner will say, you will now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So when you're going to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes, at that time, the topic is in front of you. Paper, where you have written your notes, that is in front of you. Pen is in your hand. So I think it's a very good idea if you put the topic there and the notes here, and you speak on the first point and then you tick that point. After that, you move on to second point, and once it's over, you tick that point as well, systematically. And important point, when you transit from one point to another, what is one point? One point is what the website is. Okay? When you do transition from what the website is to what you bought from this website, so as far as the item is concerned, which I bought from this website, this is called signposting, right? So let me talk about the item which I bought from this website. Or secondly, I would like to tell you the item I bought from that website. So when you transit from one point to another point, use some signpost language, use some phrases so that examiner knows now you are transiting from one point to another point. And finally, I would like to say whether I liked or disliked, what I liked or disliked about this website. On the positive side, I would say I like the service of this website very much because they are very quick, their customer service is good. And what I dislike about them, their packing is not good. Sometimes items are fragile, but their packing is not good. So this is the only thing I dislike about them, and that's it. Is it all clear to everyone? Okay, so this is how you're going to speak on the cue card. Now, until this point, you guys are clear.